Were you afraid of Baba Yaga? Baba Yaga is one of the most iconic figures in Slavic folklore. Let's find out what is interesting about this persona. Where did she come from? That creepy old witch who lives deep in the forest in a hut that stands on giant chicken legs? Yeah, that one. And she doesn't walk. Nope. She flies around in a mortar and uses a pestle as a steering stick while sweeping her tracks away with a broom. You'll find her in Russian, Ukrainian, Polish, and even some Czech and Slovak folk stories. Usually she's portrayed as an old hunched woman with a long nose, wild hair, and sometimes only one leg. She tests those who seek her out, often with impossible tasks or tricky questions. Anyone who drinks from this well becomes incredibly strong. But to get there, the one who tried, Ivan must walk through the forest and avoid getting lost. Of course, Baba Yaga appears as an old hunchback and tries to trick Ivan, but he remains calm and polite. He asks her questions about her home, and she eventually warms up to him and gives him directions to the well. She also warns him about a hungry wolf in the forest, but Ivan isn't afraid. He takes a big stick with him, and when the wolf appears, he simply beats it and feeds it to the birds. Finally, he reaches the well, fills his flask, and returns home. Did Ivan's strength come from the water? Maybe, but it also came from his bravery, his kindness, and his ability to stay calm in the face of danger. Those are qualities that Baba Yaga looks for in those she helps, and those who succeed prove their worthiness. They show respect, offer gifts, and most importantly, they face their fears head-on. When faced with a seemingly impossible task, the hero doesn't run away or give up. They take a deep breath and get to work. They might not know how to complete the task, but they're willing to try. And that's what impresses Baba Yaga. It's not the answer, it's the attitude. The hero's willingness to learn, to grow, and to change. Who knows what you might learn? She lives alone in the forest in a spinning hut with chicken legs that won't let just anyone inside. But here's what's really interesting. Baba Yaga isn't always evil. Seriously, who came up with this? She lives in the forest, which in folklore often represents the unknown. Sure, in some stories she kidnaps or eats people, but in others she helps the hero. If they're respectful, clever, and brave, she might test you, confuse you, or scare you, but she can also reward you. In that sense, she's more than a witch. She's like a force of nature, wild, unpredictable, and ancient. Well, no one knows for sure, but some historians believe that Baba Yaga is a remnant of an old Slavic nature goddess, someone who lived on the edge between life and death, civilization and wilderness. She's also a teacher, a symbol of chaos, challenge, and transformation. So entering her world is like entering a place where the rules no longer apply. She's a reminder that there are things we don't understand, places we shouldn't go, and powers we shouldn't mess with. Sounds terrifying, right? But here's the thing. Maybe she's not just a scary character from a fairy tale. Maybe there's more to her story than we think. Baba Yaga still fascinates us today. But Baba Yaga isn't just a supernatural being. She is the way how to look inside us and find inner strength, just as in that story with a young man named Ivan. So remember, if you ever meet Baba Yaga, don't be afraid. Be respectful, be curious, and be brave. And that's all for today. See you next time. Let us know in comments, what are your thoughts about this mythical persona, and hit the subscribe button so you will not miss the next episodes of Whispers of Myth, the stories beyond the stories.